Hello, welcome. I was procrastinating. There was a lot of procrastination this morning, and I felt, oh yeah, that must be this. Of course, this Neptunian energy, and in Pisces. It's sort of like you can get into a floating raft and it's like the sun and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll get to that later, blah blah blah, and your mind can drift off in so many directions with this energy. I feel, for me, and especially with the sun, conjuncting Neptune, and we're heading into um, the last decade of Neptune, and anything in the last decade of a sign it's a worldly point. I mean, it has to do with the collective and how it is, how the collective is reacting to all of the energies. And when we come into, say, the 20 degrees and going into, we're going to have a new moon on 23 degrees. This is really a world point on bringing in the world energies of how is the collective doing? How are we responding to this energy? Are we feeling very, passive with a lot of the energies that are coming forth and with what we are feeling right now? And it looks like, and remember I'm saying it looks like doesn't mean it is. It looks like, because there is the illusionary energies. Oh boy, look at my hair. I just finally looked at myself. The illusionary, it is this illusion that everything looks like it's fine, everything looks like, oh, it's okay. And behind the scenes, we still have that square with Saturn and Neptune, and that Saturn Neptune square is going to be going on and off throughout this whole year and even into 2022. And this Saturn is about, again, Saturn is structure, right? What is the structure? Neptune is wanting to bring in something new and innovative and inspirational to our earthly ways. A Taurus, right, wants to bring in something to the earth that is not like how we've been doing it. They want to bring in something that is new and spiritual. Like, the spiritual part is really coming in very heavily with all of this. And it's not religious. I mean, I think we've thrown up all over, religion has thrown up all over us, or vice versa. And religion, I'm not talking about God, but I'm talking about the dogma of restrictions of it. Anything can be a religion. You can make anything to be a religion. When you start making it structured and having people to believe a certain way and do it a certain way and join in a service in a certain way. And this is where little things, little energies that of change that is happening. And again, here comes this dial that my guides are showing me. Like, there's this dial that's going click, click. Are you seeing the littleness? Are you seeing the little changes that are going around you? Or are you stuck on the big screen of the drive-in? Are you stuck on the big screen? Are you missing out on these little things, this little dial that's turning are really major points within our collective, and how the collective is moving in a direction. And when something is so slight, you don't notice it, as if if something was very rapid and comes in poof. And here we are in this energy of just sort of floating in this dinghy of feeling like, oh yeah, everything's going to be okay. We're all going to be great. Everything's going to be good. You just do this one thing and we're all going to be fine. Yet the feeling inside of me is an anxiety, is a, oh, there's something behind the curtain. There's something behind the curtain. Like the Great Oz, right? The Great Oz, here's, oh, God, Oz speaking to you, and you have to do it. But you got to pull the curtain, and you see the truth. And not a lot of people want to pull the curtain. They're just sort of going with the flow and saying, yeah, it's okay. But there is this rumbling that is happening. And this is our spiritual selves, our souls are shaking us and saying, hey, hello, are you paying attention? Are you aligning yourself with your divine? Are you aligning yourself with a higher being, something more than you? Are you listening to your intuition? Because your intuition is alive and well and wants you to hear them. And that's, there's this connection, Pisces is a connection. If you look at the symbol, it goes like, it's this, it's a curve, two curves and a line across the middle. And it is wanting us to join together, come together in a spiritual connection of our truth and wanting to bring in that truth. Yet we're just sort of like, floating along, because Neptune is also, when we look at the Piscean, and Neptune also controls media. Media is anything with a black screen. So your computers, your phone, iPad, things like that. They control that, and it is that, what can come through on that screen can be truth or lie, can be an illusion or truth. This is using your discernment in what you are receiving and where you want to be led. And for me, my job is to open up doorways to show you. It's up to you to walk through them, not for me to push you through them. It's not for me to dispel anything that maybe that is truly at the core of your belief. It's just to show you other options. And open your eyes to new options or new ways of looking at the world. And when we are able to do that, we can come together in a lot more harmonious way. But still, in the background for this year, we're going to find that there's a lot of chatter in the background of how we want to continue control. We want to continue things in this old way. And Uranus is wanting to bring in this newness. And it is frustrating. It is overwhelming. But the other part, and one of the cards that I received this morning, and I did it on my Instagram Live, is gratitude. Is coming into a place of gratitude. What am I grateful for? That's part of my spiritual being, part of my spiritual awakening. When I know what I'm grateful for, I will put up the boundaries. I will put up that line and say, you know what? No, I'm really grateful for this. I'm really grateful for me being able to have a voice, to be able to speak and be able to say what I feel and what I see with the astrology and how I need to put it out there. I'm grateful for that. My boundaries is, why am I going to go into a place that's going to lead me into darkness and shut me out and lead me to a place of fear, because it's going to tell me I can't say these things? Yet that is what's being shown to me in so many ways, that if I do say certain things in a certain way, I could be canceled out. But I'm going to stay in my gratitude. I'm going to stay in my gratefulness. And I'm going to stay in my spirit. And I'm going to stay in my alignment. Because I know when I get out of alignment, when I just go along the dinghy and just sort of procrastinate, then I feel that total out of alignment. And I do feel that I'm not walking my truth. And where energy's coming in, and where Venus is in Neptune, where she is coming in and what she's showing us, is that we got to come into our divineness and into our love. And as we come into our divineness and into our love, then we can come into our truth. Yet, because we are a species who wants to be liked by everybody, we want to be with everybody, and sometimes we don't want to rock the boat, then we will conform. And your soul is not a conformist. The human body is the conformist, but your soul isn't. Your soul is this elusiveness that wants to experience, it wants to expand, and it does this in a beautiful way. And it's not like Scorpio. Scorpio's like, yeah, we're getting to the truth and we're going to conform and we're going to break through. Power to the people. Very Scorpio, right? We're going to do this. Scorpionic. This is Piscean. Piscean is coming in. We're saying, yeah, we're going to get this done. We're going to allow for us to be guided with our own truth. We are going to be guided. And when we are guided, then we know we're listening to our intuition. It's a muscle. It needs to be built. It's a muscle that we need to trust. And it's scary sometimes to trust, because sometimes you just know what you know, and you don't know why you know what you know. You just know that you know that what you know. So you got to trust what you know, because you just know it. There's no explanation for it. That's Piscean. That's water. Trusting what you truly know, trusting that of what is true. And when you know what you know, when you step into that, knowingness, you find how we can just allow. Doors do open. Connections do happen. And not hanging on to some crazy oldness, old structures. And it just, I've always been the kid that if somebody gets too hyped up about something, I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of that. That same with music. When I saw people really hyped up on different musicians or groups or different people, I would be, no, I don't want that. Yeah, maybe it's good, but I don't want to get hyped up on the crazy, right? I don't want to get hyped up on the crazy, and that's the thing. It's like, you're seeing a lot of things coming in that wants to hype you up, but is that the truth of hyping you up? Is that really where you want to go? And that's where you have to drop into your soul and drop from here into your heart. And, I'm just looking at a conversation right now on Periscope, and where Dana's son is moving to, or going to Montreal. He's setting out to Montreal. And what a wonderful experience. What a wonderful expansion for him to be able to go and experience, and to not be confined to a place, right? And this is where no, I wasn't point, but this is where it's like following that soul, following that spirit, where sometimes, yeah, it's a hard thing to do as a parent, but then we got to think, you know what? I was a kid once too, and I had to leave, and I had to go and explore my own roads. I had to go and find out for myself. And that's so beautiful when you can do that, when you're able to step out beyond the mother and the father. That is what we're to do, to step out and to be led with our soul and to expand. And not everything that we do will align with our family values, nor should it, right? Nor should it. Usual shopping, but we both went yesterday, and I went in without a mask. Oh, Nanette, you did not! Anyways, it was so liberating. Doctors, nurses, lawyers, and scientists are practicing civil disobedience. It's getting louder out here. Right on. People are stepping out the fear. We just have to be open to receiving the truth. Yes, not sure who said it, but the quote is, yes, stepping out, being your truth, stepping out, being in that, right? And a lot of time, you know, with doing that, and you know, it's different, and I got to say this right now, it's different in Canada than it is in the United States. It's different because the fear in the States is it's a lot more heightened than it is here, which is, you know, Canadians, we're more compliant to things, but then it comes to a point where, nah, you know, but it's interesting. It's interesting, you know, but it is so free. Like I walked into a store too, and I'm like, oh, well, I forgot my mask. Nobody said anything to me, and I went in, got my stuff, and left. But it is a freeing thing. I mean, the mask thing, yeah, whatever. But the fear, I mean, you go down in parts of the United States right now, and the fear is so, like, people will turn away from you like this. Literally, you walk down the street, people are turning away. They won't even look at you. That's how bad the fear is. So that's a huge piece of the collective of wanting, and that's, you know, it's crazy. That exactly, and there are many countries are open, you know, so it's interesting. I mean, Costa Rica is now opening up. Their numbers are supposedly down, and you know, there's a lot of different places that are opening up, and so it should. It's going to be interesting how, because it's that south, you know, the south node in Sagittarius and the north node in Gemini is teaching us to ask questions. Gemini, ask questions. Let's find out the information. South node Sag, let's wait for someone to fix it all. Right? And here we are wanting to move to ask questions to move forward. And that is where a lot of people have, you know, fall out of their alignment and don't come into their own truth, their own self-worth. And it is, it's not over. This is, I mean, coronavirus was just the beginning of an awareness, of an awakening. There's more coming in different ways that is going to get us to align with our spirit. And it is going to be where a push within the collective, especially with Saturn being there. And, you know, with Saturn being in Aquarius is not an easy feat. Saturn in Aquarius, even though he's the ruler of Aquarius, he still wants structure within the collective. He still wants, you know, something, you know, order, and only he can say when the change is needed. So he's the button pusher. He's the one who pushes it. I was born with Saturn in Aquarius, and Saturn squaring my sun. So it's a fucking hard aspect, because you're wanting to shine, you're wanting to be within your truth, but you're watching how the collective is, and am I going to break up the norms of what the world says it's supposed to be? And that's what comes in, you know, with this energy. Are you going along with what the norms of the world says it should be, or are you going to find your own uniqueness and step out and bring in your own structure, your own way of creating? And that's, you know, with this Piscean energy, and align with that of your truth, of your spirit, and allow for that expansion of your dharma, of your being to come forth. And here we are doing this in the latter parts of the energies of the sign, of bringing in that whole of collective of the world, of all of us together in this vibrational change. And there's more to it that comes along with it. You know, why are your videos not on Facebook? They are on Facebook. My videos are on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the Guru Mama page right now. So I'm on the Guru Mama's page, Periscope, and YouTube Live right now. I'm on all three. So they are there. So, and then I upload onto my regular Facebook, onto the Mary June Tracy page. So, and do that there. So, yeah, I'm there. I'm everywhere. I just haven't done an Instagram Live for a little bit. So I haven't done that for a little bit. And I'm not on Clubhouse. So you'd have to go back and check your notifications. I have no idea. Sometimes I get my notifications, sometimes I don't. So it's all depending. And also with this Clubhouse, and I know Clubhouse is by invite only. So, and I know a few people who are on Clubhouse now. So I'd love to check it out. It's called the new LinkedIn. So if I get an invite, I get an invite. So, which is interesting. So, but my angel class is on Sunday. So if you are interested in joining me for the angel class, it's Angel 101, and we're going to go through the archangels. And I have Archangel Uriel. I've named him Tony Robbins because he's the guy who brings in knowledge and wisdom. So Tony Robbins is my Archangel Uriel. And so, Michael is, so bringing that in. What I don't understand is most of us find ways to help ourselves out of any situations and do many other aspects of life. This shouldn't be any different. We just need to educate ourselves. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Moon right on Sunday. Noon right on Sunday. Noon right on Sunday. I don't know what that is. Noon on Sunday. No. I will send out everything to you guys. So I'll send out everything for you guys. But yes, I will. Don't worry. No. Don't worry. You guys will get your information for the angel class. I one step at a time. So don't worry. You guys will get your information for the angel class. So for those who are interested in taking the angel class, it is on Sunday. I don't know if I said it was noon or if I said it was like 11 o'clock. I'm not too sure. So, I'll have to check my schedule on that. But everybody who's coming on that is definitely going to get a link. Don't worry. I'll get you guys a link. And those who are interested in the astrology class, I'm not sure. I don't think I have anybody registered for Sunday for the astrology class for the 27th. So if anybody's interested in that, it's going to be a couple hours. So, yeah. Don't worry, Dana. I'll send you the information. Don't worry. Information will be coming. Type A personality. I love my type A personalities because they're just like, I need all of this now. And I'm just, okay, I'll get you guys the information. The most important part for doing any of my classes is you. You are the ones who have to be there. So, and I'm a water sign in Pisces right now. So it's like, it's going with the flow. It's going with the flow right now. And that's all I can do is go with the flow. I'm not pushing anything farther than what I can push it right now. It just doesn't work with it doesn't work. So, but I got to get going, guys. But I'm going to send you guys out so much love. But please listen to your intuition, listen to your alignment, educate yourself and be critical thinkers with everything. If it doesn't feel right, please don't do it, right? But definitely get a hold of me of the angel class. Angel class is $75 on Sunday. We have the magical elements, which is working with the unicorns. It's coming up on the 19th to the 21st, and astrology introduction on March 27th. So definitely get a hold of me for that one on the intro to astrology. So sending you guys out so much love. Thank you so much for being a part of my world and being a part of my daily. And hopefully I gave you some inspiration and be your shining light. God bless you and the goddess bless you. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.